The most democratic country in the world is doing very democratic things that relate to human rights and Western civilization, and they are protecting the civilization, right? So what are they doing now? They're passing a death penalty law for terrorists, right? So yeah, it passed, you know, they wear the pins of the like rope, and they celebrate death. They want to kill more people. And now it's official, ladies and gentlemen, Israel has the death penalty. What could that mean? Well, according to certain observers in relation to, of course, the Palestinian prisoners, real hostages in Israeli dungeons, 200 of them could be killed, could be executed, as in it can be done in any given moment should this pass, and that's it, the executive order's done. They'll have multiple hearings, unless, of course, there's some sort of a problem with them legally, internally within the legal system in Israel. Is that going to change anything like dramatically? Well, to be fair, apart from publicly confirming that they're executing them, no, because Israel's already executing. Israel has field executions. Israel is a genocidal entity. They execute children in the streets, as in that's regular for them. They're still committing a genocide. Prisoners constantly get killed, brutally beaten, tortured to death, starved to death, raped, and the rapists are celebrated in Israel, in the most democratic, the most democratic country in the Middle East, the world's only Jewish state, right? They do these things, and now they're making it more clear. But I found it like a little bit bizarre, slightly, because like Israel is in the headlines now, isn't it? And they're at war, a war that they began and dragged the United States to. Not many people are talking about that. I mean, imagine like the death penalty, Iran, when they have the death penalty against actual terrorists who like kill people rather than, you know, Israel. They'll kidnap 5 and 6 year olds and administrative detention, no legal help, no nothing. Their families don't know where their whereabouts are. The whole world will tell you, oh, Iran, oh my God, Iran is executing people. And you know who says that, by the way? The United States and Americans say that. You have the audacity and the cheeks to talk about Iran? Excuse me. Don't you have the death penalty? Don't you have massacres? I mean, the world's biggest massacres against civilians happen on a day-to-day basis in America. What are we talking about? As a civilian society, not war zones. Unless you want to call the United States a massive combatant war zone. So the harsh truth is, of course, it's bad enough, this bill, right? Law. The harsh truth is that they're already doing that. They're already executing Palestinian prisoners, and the ones who, of course, leave the Israeli dungeons speak about horror stories. As in, Israel gives them psychedelic drugs, they torture them, they handcuff them for weeks, blindfold them for weeks, let them sleep in literally toilets that are on the ground, excrement around them, animals, bugs, whatever, all sorts of abuse, all sorts of rape, all sorts of sexual harassment and whatever. And again, the rapists are celebrated in Israel, in the most democratic country in the world. It happens. But this is yet another indication on the reality of this country. A country that, well, it doesn't tolerate anything different. A racist, abhorrent, psychopathic country with, to a very large extent, a psychopathic, lunatic, racist, and mental population. That's what we have here. And they're not only doing that, they have also done something in the past couple of days. They've done this. So for the first time in centuries, I mean, it wasn't recorded before, not under Islamic rule, not under Christian rule, not under... it wasn't recorded to happen. Israeli police prevented Catholic leaders from celebrating Palm Sunday Mass at church in Jerusalem. Let me fix that for you. As in, not only leaders and the head of the Catholic community in the Holy Land, then church in Jerusalem, that is the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. So even some of the statements on some of the news outlets are misleading. At church, it's the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, arguably the most important church in Christianity. They're preventing them from having a Sunday Mass. Why? Well, according to reports, they didn't provide any reason. In recent weeks, they've been saying that they're preventing like all religions from having anything, right, for safety reasons, because Iran is attacking the holy sites. They have no regard, and Israel protects the holy sites from these people. Really and truly, they've been doing that with Al-Aqsa for a very long time. The fact of the matter is, Israel is a country that is intolerant, a racist country, a supremacist country that views everything, any religion, any people, anyone apart from them as below them. That's the reality of things. Now, that didn't stop the cardinal. Actually, we're talking about the cardinal. That's what they did not mention in that report. Pier Battista Pizzabella, he held a prayer over Jerusalem from the Mount of Olives using the relics of the cross, saying, "We will pray in the place where Christ prayed on the night of his crucifixion." And they published a video of this prayer. Let's have a look. So, what was the reason to prevent him? I mean, they said that they gave him no reason, literally. That was the official response that initially came from, reportedly from the church side. We just cannot go there. That's it. Is that a one-off occasion? You might think, like some people might think, well, okay, a one-off occasion, you know, what's the problem? Maybe Israel was worried. Well, I mean, they've been spitting at Christians, attacking them physically, verbally. They have been destroying statues. They have been desecrating churches. They are increasing their overreach. I mean, it's not overreach, really, it's an aggression. Mike Huckabee said it's an unnecessary overreach. Yeah, I would differ with that. That's a blatant aggression. That is a crime against people and their religious freedom and their religious beliefs. They prevented people from attending previous masses and celebrations in the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and other churches too. They get attacked, they get burnt, they get destroyed in many cases, verbally, physically too. They recently had also aggression against churches belonging to Russia and France too. Some officials were attacked there, and they physically attacked Christian community leaders multiple times inside of the occupied territories. Of course, I spoke about that multiple times before. I had dedicated videos about it too. But this is a recent move to escalate things even further. That potentially signals a move that is planned by Israel. You see, we've been talking about false flags, and one of the biggest false flags that they can be conducting is an actual attack on Al-Aqsa Mosque. I mean, ultimately, they want to destroy it and rebuild what they claim to be the Solomon's Temple, as if it was there anyway. But they have maps, they have plans, they have constantly been changing the so-called status quo. The guardians of Al-Aqsa compound should technically be Jordan. They're really doing nothing to stop any of these aggressions coming from Israel, nothing that would actually do anything on the ground. Israel could potentially be doing all of these moves to prepare for something indeed big, in the form of either an attack on the either the holy sites of Muslims or Christians in the region. By the way, Christians is likely, because not long ago they said that an intercepted missile landed on the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. I mean, that was intentional, like their other attacks too. Iran is saying that they're having false flags. They could be preparing for something big because they understand that they don't have sympathy. No one has sympathy with them, as in the vast majority of the population on earth does not have sympathy for these people. The only thing that they have is propaganda, brainwashing, terrorism campaigns to try and stop people from criticizing them, because they want people to be silent. That's the main thing. It's not like they're begging for support. But now that the barriers of fear have been shattered from populations across the world, they want a certain attempt of sympathy generation. How would that happen with the, for example, either some in the Muslim world or some in the Christian world? That would happen in the form of an attack on a holy site. Again, as well, unsubstantiated as that is at the end of the day, because, well, they've been killing people, you know. Life matters more than stones at the end of the day. But they're trying to target religious symbols here to push for an artificially generated sympathy towards them, because they know that no one is sympathizing with them now. As a matter of fact, everyone is celebrating the attacks that are coming from Iran, and everyone is even asking Iran to finish the job.